you beautiful nerds of the world, Torok at your service, and welcome to yet another Death Battle reaction video. And this time I think I can say it, but not just any Death Battle. It's been a while since I said that, because today we're having Bowser Koopa versus Dr. Eggman. I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I have like a quick script for my intros to say what I think about the matchup and what I have to say and stuff like that, but here I have just too much and I don't know where to start. My level of excitement for this matchup is unparalleled. This is possibly not my most wanted matchup of all time, but definitely a matchup I've been dying to see since my very early days as a Death Battle fan. I've even made, I remember even making a little script on a fan blog I used to do like way back in 2010 or whatever. No, not 2010, that's a bit too early, but around those times. But I was never convinced Death Battle could pull it off, or like I was never unsure myself how this matchup would work. This matchup would go, because Eggman is obviously Eggman is a character that as a fighter would work with his entire army and so on, and Bowser is a guy that works on his own, so he doesn't necessarily need his entire army to work as a Death Battle fighter. So I've always been kind of torn about this matchup idea, but I think I'll never truly learn how much Death Battle are a team of madmen, because this is an army fight. So we are bringing everyone. We're bringing the entire Koopa troop, the entire Eggman Empire, and this is just gonna be an all-out war. And ironically, just the way I did my fanfic all those times ago, but I just never really believed in it back then. I just don't know where I'm going with this. Again, I have too much to say and I don't know where to start, so let's follow with how do I know these characters and my knowledge about them and whatsoever. I am an immense Mario fan. I mean, like, I know this collection is ridiculously small for like an average geek or something, but I'm not much of a collector, like, in general. I don't buy a lot of merch and stuff, but this is most of my collection of geeky stuff, and it's mostly Mario, so I hope that lets you know how much I love this franchise to get this amount of merch. And Bowser is my favorite character. Not favorite video game character, not favorite cartoon character, not favorite villain, not favorite hero, not favorite anti-hero. Favorite character. Numero uno. If you thought I was excited talking about the Lich King, boy, watch carefully, because this was not my final form. And I do remember what this implies. I don't exactly remember when my love for Mario started, but my most vivid memories of a Mario game was Super Mario Sunshine on the GameCube. I remember playing a ton of Mario Party and Mario Kart Double Dash on the GameCube. I don't know, the moment I laid eyes on this guy, and I just can't help but gobble up this guy. Growing up, he has been nothing but he's been the closest I've ever had to a father figure growing up. Which, I know it sounds bad because it's a giant reptile that kidnaps women, so I know that's not necessarily like the best role model. What really inspires me about this character, it's his perseverance, his way of never giving up, whether it's out of determination, out of spite sometimes, his way of being thrown the most insane shit at him and always finding ways to just crawl back, and it's just his ways to rise up and keep going with so much charisma. I'm a bit sorry. I'm standing a little bit, but that's how I see Bowser. He is unstoppable determination. He is a force of perseverance that has kind of shaped me in a way. It's been he's a character that means a lot to me. I'm sorry. I think I like to imagine I picked up the best trait of this character, which is being loudmouthed, not giving a shit about what anyone wants you to do or wants you to be. Just making your presence known, you know what I mean? That's what this character is about. Bowser has been my main on every single game I could have get my hand on where Bowser was playable. He's a guy that shaped me. I don't know why I'm almost tearing up when I'm saying this. I hope you can notice it. I hope you can notice it because I'm genuinely like, not crying, but I don't know. I got tears that won't out. But just talking about Bowser, I don't know. I think he's been my role model growing up, and he's still a character I care immensely about. So don't be surprised if I'm being a little biased towards Bowser. I'm sorry, but don't worry, we'll get about Eggman soon. Actually, let's just move on to Eggman before I start crying a river. Sonic the Hedgehog, a franchise that is incredibly important to me, just as much as Mario. I think my first, I remember being introduced to Sonic, well, ironically from Super Smash Bros. And the Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. Then I think the first Sonic game I picked up was Sonic Unleashed on the Wii. Unfortunately, I know that's like the worst version. No, the worst version is PS2. I've been an immense fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. I've been playing pretty much every Sonic game ever since. When Mario is a franchise that talks to the inner child, Sonic is a franchise that talks to the inner adolescent. When I picked up on Sonic, I was roughly a teen. I think I was roughly like 12. I think I was around like 10, 12 and stuff like that. I was the kind of fan that made Sonic OCs. I've already talked about them. I'm not gonna do the entire list again. I picked up on some of the Archie comics. I haven't picked up on the IDW comics when I had the chance, which is annoying. I think I would have loved to. I would have loved to pick up on that because I feel like there's a lot of I feel like there's a lot of good stories from the IDW comics. There's a lot of amazing characters. I wouldn't say Dr. Eggman is my favorite character from that franchise. I think that title belongs to his creation, Metal Sonic. I think Metal Sonic is my favorite Sonic. Well, at least he's my favorite Sonic villain. Favorite character, I would go like Amy Rose, Rouge. Omega's been really fun lately. I've been really digging into Omega lately. But Eggman is definitely a very charismatic villain. He is the best part of the Sonic movies. He's the reason I don't necessarily enjoy the Sonic movies and what they do with the franchise and stuff, but Jim Carrey's performance is my excuse to come back to them every single time. And let's not even talk about Jack Black's performance with Bowser. No, let's just not talk about it because I'm gonna gush over it. Sorry, I've been marinating for like half an hour of finding things to say about how much these franchises mean to me. But I want you to understand this, going with this little intro, that like this is my life. You know, we've had franchises on Death Battle that don't really mean jack all to me, but this is a matchup that talks to me on every level. And despite all that, I'm very unsure of who's going to win, and I'm very scared. Because if you take their entire armies into consideration, and every artifact they've got their evil little hands on, and every characters they've worked with in the past, it's too much to handle for me. Of course, I'm super excited to see Bowser Jr., I'm super excited to see Metal Sonic, there's gonna be Sage, there's gonna be Kamek, the E100 series, I'm expecting Infinite, I'm expecting King Boo, and apparently Death Battle is even going beyond that, and they're going to attribute them artifacts and states and forms that shouldn't be standard by any stretch of the imaginations, like the Star Rod, Eggman's got a super form. Did you know that? Yeah, it's a random what-if short story that's not canon at all, where he just picks up the Phantom Ruby himself and just shoves it into his chest, and boom, he's Light Man now. And I don't know what that means. So I'm kind of scared that if one of the two win, it's going to be through a means that isn't really theirs to begin with. You know, that shouldn't be standard, quote unquote. But at the same time, I also want to know how really powerful they truly are. The only advantage I'm grasping on, which is a very vague advantage that doesn't really mean anything, and I'm probably sure it's not a real factor. It's that Eggman doesn't believe in magic. In Sonic Frontiers, he explicitly says, like, yeah, magic is bullshit. Like, everything that's happening is completely normal events by the time of the Ancient. Is where just regular occurrences when. So he's not gonna be prepared to handle with what Bowser's cooking, you know, with all his magics, and he's not gonna be expecting Bowser to just bypass things just magically, you know. Which, again, it's not a ton of factor. I'm sure Eggman's gonna adapt to Bowser's ability real quick, but it's a slight advantage I'm grasping to kind of find a concrete winner between the two, even though I know it's purely bias on my end, because I care so much about Bowser, and I want Bowser to win so freaking bad. I want Bowser to win, please. You know what? I'm running out of words. My point is, go Bowser, please win. So I think that's been made clear. So let's not waste any more time. Let's just go. Let's just go. You know what? While we wait, can we just appreciate this? Can we just appreciate this trailer? God, the Death Battle team did not help temper my excitement for this fight. They really went hard. Oh god.
What a joke! Showtime!
Apparently they cooked so much for this fight, so I'm absolutely excited. Like, there's a banger trailer with a banger music. Well, the voice actors seem really good. I like the voice acting of Eggman so far. It's a mix of like Mike Pollock and his old voice actor from Sonic Adventure 2 and 2 and 1 from has he voiced in Sonic Heroes 2? I kind of forgot. But it's a mix of those two Eggman, which I appreciate. Which I don't know how I feel about that, but it's pretty cool. 3, 2, 1.
This battle is sponsored by Marvel Snap and Prize Picks.
Yeah, they got double the sponsor. Good for them. Good for them. Fight! Death Battle, let's go!
Bowser versus Dr. Eggman, the king of the Koopas and the baddest of badniks. And they're not alone.
Yes!
Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons,
armor, and skills to find out who would win a Death Battle. I saw the drop kick. I saw the Bowser drop
the
kick.
Mushroom King.
Sorry, I'm gonna be pausing a lot because I want to be as invested as possible as the fight. All official material related to a character is applied to analysis unless found contradictory to primary source material. This is rule 1, I think. This includes English translations, certain alternate media, theatrical releases, and crossovers. Example, Mario Kun and Smash Brothers. Certain alternate media, theatrical releases, and crossovers are like Mario Kun and Smash Brothers are not applicable.
A peaceful land of kindness, adventure, love.
Ah, boring! Move aside, princess! It's time this place got way more awesome!
Yeah!
Here comes King Koopa himself, better known as
Bowser Koopa is his full name!
Star Child was found by Kamek,
and you shall respect my
Bowser
boy!
would command the disparate outcasts of the Mushroom World, the Koopa Clan.
Sadly, not everyone's born a toad, and they treat these critters like monsters!
Okay, pause again. Full name, King Bowser Koopa, 34 years old. He's 3 meters high. Goddamn. Family: Bowser Jr., Kamek, Koopalings, his dead brother. Did you know he actually has a dry Bowser in his closet? Yeah, dry Bowser is a separate character. He refers to it as a close family friend in the Mario Party Island tour, and he pulls it out for like some Mario parties, and when it comes to Mario Party and Mario Kart and stuff like that. Yeah, that's the real reason why there can be Bowser and Dry Bowser at the same time. He's got a dead brother in his dungeon somewhere. Yeah, did I mention Bowser's a bad guy?
Fated to a life of infinite jump farming for one-ups.
Bowser wanted a different world, but Princess Peach Toadstool would never allow the evil king's day in the sun. Her light was so bright, Bowser became infatuated.
Bro, this preview is spoiled me up
toads
because
into
this
bricks and
just
kidnapped
Showtime.
her, putting their
They
princess
spoiled
in
me the
another
dazzling
castle,
form.
and another, like 40 years of castles, only to be released if she agrees to marry him and his dad bod.
Yet he was foiled time and
Don't
time
bring the
again by
Scalies
those
into this,
pesky
Boomstick.
Mario Brothers. However, Bowser
don't.
is nothing if not persistent.
Look at
Yes!
him! Dude's built like a brick house strapped to a saw trap. That spiked shell takes a lot of punishment. Not even the weight of a castle can scratch it, especially when he rolls up like a prehistoric Beyblade.
And the Koopa King doesn't just breathe fire and control lava.
Look how
He
fucking
commands
cool he is!
nature itself.
Yes!
Meteors from outer space, beckoning the earth with a
Okay, Fire Breath, immense strength, inhale. Size alteration, magic. I don't give him the inhaling ability because he got this from he got this from a special mushroom. I don't know. Maybe did he lose the ability later on? Actually, that's a good question. Magic. Duplication, elemental evocation, reality warping, shapeshifting, teleportation, time travel, transmutation, and enhanced forms like Castle Bowser, Dreamy Bowser, Dry Bowser, Fury Bowser, and Yowzer.
snap, inhaling torrents of wind, straight up calling down lightning. What else has he got?
Oh, just a little dabbling in dark magic.
Hell yeah, Wizard Turtle.
The original NES manual
Yeah, he
even
should've
describes him
beaten
as
Ganon
a
last time.
sorcerer king. Magic is how he
I'm
turned
not
the
salty
toads into
about it.
bricks,
You
only
are.
countered by the princess's heart magic.
But that's not all the magic he's mastered. Telekinesis, creating perfect clones, reanimating his undead skeleton, and worst of all,
And
ruining
like I said, he
every
has
game
other
of
skeletons in
Mario
his
Party.
clothing.
Hey, no! I stole those coins fair and square.
Give me a star,
Bowser spent
bitch!
decades hoarding treasures, coins, magic star rods, warships, clown cars, you name it.
According to Miyamoto, Paper Mario is canon. Mainline games frequently reference it, and vice versa. In these games, Bowser resists time stops, and his Star Rod matches the Star Spirits who created Dream Depot. I mean, if Paper Mario was canon, what excuse do you have to not bring back Goombella? That's
This
my
is
only
the same
complaint.
guy that created multiple flying
Where's
castles
Kenny
fashioned after his
Koopa as
own
well?
Face.
Yeah, he's definitely got an ego on him. He's talked about having a 4-digit IQ.
That's
But
good
I've
that
seen
you
this
referenced
moron
that,
put
bitch.
death traps in his own backyard. A man after
I
my
would've-
own
I-
heart.
Despite
I would have brought this up if they didn't mention it, because yeah, randomly he talks about having like 9,000 IQ, whatever.
This moron put death traps in his own backyard. A man after
Which,
my own
you know,
heart.
Despite
for the
his
sake of this
clumsiness,
matchup,
Bowser's
I believe
charisma
it.
and leadership brought many to his side. Not enough to defeat Mario, but his army doesn't make it easy on the Red Plumber.
They're the most wicked band of misfits.
Alright, it's time!
World 8-4.
Koopa Troop!
Koopa Troop.
An army spanning multiple
Koopa Troop
territories
assemble!
across the Mushroom World and beyond.
Goombas, Koopas, the Troopers,
Koopas!
and the others
I
make
saw
up the
Chris
infantry.
Pratt.
Some
Chris
with
Pratt.
wings, some in shoes, and some even in race cars. They're the red shirts.
Yeah,
First
the
in
Jets.
and first out.
Piranha plants, bloopers, and
Oh my God,
latitudes
so
use
many.
their surroundings to get the jump on unsuspecting prey, by land, sea, or sky.
We'd be here
Literal
forever
rocks.
jotting down the small fries, booze, shy guys, sentient bombs with feet, and more.
It was imperative for Bowser to nurture a unit that covers their own vulnerabilities. For example, Kamek and King Boo both have magic, but Boo has battlefield control with a
Kamek can transform troops into copies of Bowser. King Boo can grant intangibility to others and disable an opponent's power.
Bombs with feet, and more.
It was imperative for Bowser to nurture a unit
gonna
that
go
covers
back.
their own vulnerabilities. For example, Kamek and King Boo both have magic, but Boo has battlefield control with illusions and destabilizing dimensions, while Kamek focuses on buffing allies, canceling enemy powers, summoning anything he desires.
Or swapping my items to screw up my Mario Party lead. Not again.
Speaking of items, most of the minions can use pretty much any power-up Mario can. The Goombas make frequent use of Tanuki tails, and Bowser can really get into the cat roleplay. But as the Koopa Troop grew and grew, it
Again, leave furries into this!
can really get into the cat roleplay. But as the Koopa Troop grew and grew, it started to feel less like an army and more like a family unit.
Oh, you mean like his kids, the
Yay!
Koopalings.
They're adopted.
What's the difference?
Good point. Bowser took them in and even trained them in
You know, Boomstick's a real one. Exactly. What's the difference between the adoption and biological?
they're adopted.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
Good point. Bowser took them in and even trained them in dark magic.
Though no one's as spoiled as his natural Nepo baby,
Bowser Jr.
Captain of the Koopa Troop.
My boy,
Spoiled is an understatement. Remember his escapades as Shadow Mario? He terrorized Delfino Plaza with literal evil paint. That whole debacle was basically his attempt at elementary school art class.
And I bet Bowser still has some on the fridge. But really, the king is very protective of his kids. If the fam's in trouble, he can will himself to transform into a giant kaiju, all to crush whatever bully's target smack.
Maybe a little overkill. Just one punch from Giant Bowser launched a castle out of orbit. Taking into account the flight path and the scale of their universe, Bowser's punch must have hit with a force of over 125.
Wait, the scale of their universe. Mario's celestial bodies are of similar scale to our own. Okay.
Universe, Bowser's punch must have hit with a force of over 125 trillion tons of TNT.
Even without his giant size, Bowser scales to Mario, who can lasso celestial objects, freeze suns with the ice flower, and escape a black hole, which requires faster than light speed.
Considering how Yoshi punted poor Raphael the Raven so hard he exploded into a constellation of stars, this isn't even close to Bowser's full strength.
So don't bully his kid, especially if he falls into some of Bowser Jr.'s set of black paint. That stuff's scary.
Enough to unleash Bowser's Dark Fury, a form whose very steps cause widespread natural disasters.
Okay, seriously, how does Mario ever beat this guy? He's like Godzilla, Doctor Strange, and John Cena all in one big turtle.
We're not even to the best part. Bowser's dark magic became so potent he eventually learned how to warp the very fabric of reality.
Anything the king imagines, he makes happen. He turned all of Yoshi's Island into a storybook. And remember those painted worlds in Mario 64? Yeah, he made those. And the staircase that goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Oh God, does anyone know how to BLJ?
He also stole ultra-powerful items like the Wonder Flower, which can mold reality like Play-Doh, and the Dream Stone, which can be used to wish someone out of existence.
But his most iconic thefts are those big shiny power stars.
Don't judge a
Now
book by its
who's
cover.
gonna
Infant
stop
power
me?
stars, aka Lumas, can become whole galaxies. They also ferried Mario across the universe in 3 seconds.
Yeah. Multiple Mario characters have performed similar universe traversing feats, such as the Millennium Star dribble, spits, and prankster comments.
That's 489 quadrillion times light speed.
Obviously, the Big Daddy Grand Stars are even crazier. Bowser used one to power his space kingdom, but then guess who showed up to ruin everything?
Mario!
And
It's
when
a
the
him!
Grand Star was freed, it caused a chain reaction that destroyed the entire universe via a massive black hole.
Thanks, Space God, that Rosalina showed up to save the day.
Rosalina survived this cosmic implosion and is implied to have witnessed multiple Big Bangs. Bowser has directly battled Rosalina in several games after the events of Super Mario Galaxy, suggesting a comparable level of power. When? Well, I guess in Mario Galaxy 2, but like...
A massive black hole.
Thanks, Space God, that Rosalina showed up to save the day.
Not that Bowser needed saving. He's been swallowed by another black hole and thrown into a star that went supernova.
Imagine if this crazy OP fire turtle had to fight himself. Oh wait, he did, and he beat the hell out of him.
With all this power, it's a wonder he still hasn't conquered the Mushroom Kingdom. Perhaps it's because his visions of grandeur were never really what he sought. Surrounding him is a crew of outcasts and miscreants like him, ride or dies that can't be swayed against him.
Oh, are you saying he's secretly happy because he's got a big monster family now?
Yes,
Yeah.
but also when they actually worked together, they legitimately conquered most of the known universe. So,
He's a baddie through and through who will teleport through space and time to show you what's what. Because he's no ordinary Koopa. Make way for the king!
Koopa King! Let's go!
this battle is
That's a
sponsored by
great
Prize Picks.
finale!
Prize Picks is the
Prize
best
Picks,
place to
that's
get real
cool,
money
but, like-
sports action. And its daily fantasy sports is super easy to get into.
That's right,
Yeah,
Broomstick.
no, if you
need
make me bet for Jake Paul, no. You're nice, but I'm gonna pass. No, Price Pick is bad, no. Alright, Dr. Eggman in 3, 2, 1, click.
Citizens of Earth.
Again, all official material related to a character is applied to analysis and is found contradictory to primary source material. This includes English translations, certain alternate media, theatrical releases, and crossover, example Archie Sonic, are not applicable. Anyway, Citizens of Earth, he's come to make an announcement.
Lend me your ears. Imagine a world of endless possibility where people are free as the wind. Isn't it disgusting?
Yeah!
Imagine a better world, one with proper guidance and the technology to bring about global peace.
But Wiz, only a brilliant mind can make that happen.
Not just any brilliant mind, he's a genius at heart who knows the dangers within.
Who wants
He's
to
Ivo
unlock
Robotnik.
the secret of life?
Eggman.
He's
As
the
a mad scientist
Eggman!
myself, his story is my inspiration, just
what
as
he
Eggman's
is.
was his grandfather, Gerald
Sorry.
Robotnik, who sought to create world peace through technology. But then his beloved granddaughter, Maria, was killed by the Guardian Unit of
I
Nations,
really hope she gets
better
shot
known
in the movie.
as...
Gun. They're freaking called G-U-N.
I know,
Anyway,
despite
Lil
Shadow
Eggman grew up
Generation.
a lonely narcissist because all his family talked about was
God, I love
Maria
the sprite
this,
work on it.
Maria that. Boo!
I love the
Neglect
sprites
and envy
custom
tainted
renders
Ivo's
on
goals
the-
of following
in
Gerald's
this
footsteps.
analysis.
He
It's really-
distanced himself from his grandfather's legacy.
It's
Instead
insane.
of bettering the world, he would conquer it to get the attention he deserved.
No, you mean craved. Desperately craved.
Tomato, tomato.
You just said it the same way twice.
He aimed to establish Eggman Land,
Okay, full name, Dr. Ivo Robotnik. He's older than Bowser, being 50 years old. Heights. He's 1 meter and 85 centimeters? Huh! I don't know, I thought him to be taller than this, because, like, I'm basically, like, 2 centimeters smaller than him. I don't know. I felt like he'd be taller than me. Family: Gerald Robotnik, Maria Robotnik, Eggman. I'm not gonna pronounce that. Sage. I'm not risking it. I'm not risking that shit. Occupation: CEO of Eggman Industries, Meteor Tech, and various casinos. Hobbies: archaeology, history, woodworking. Favorite food: egg dogs, egg candy, popping egg corn, this delicious banana. Loves himself, Agent Stone, his daughter, hates that hedgehog! I hates that hedgehog! Also Cold Soup.
Capital
I
of
don't get
science.
this reference.
And this paradise would have worked just fine if not for that blasted Sonic the Hedgehog.
For years, Eggman's plans literally blew up in his face, and he's a very sore loser.
But just like any good experiment, the doctor did more testing, seeking better results.
He's created plenty of knickknacks to terrorize the world with. A laser gun, a cloning ray, mind control cannons, a flying armada, typical evil scientist stuff.
Then there's the big ones. He invented a spatial displacement trap, which, while online, scatters a target's atoms across space. Oh, and then there's the metal virus, which transmutes organic tissue into living metal zombies. It's so deadly, it created a plague that nearly wiped out all life.
Oh yeah, I didn't mention the metal virus. I feel like Bowser's minions might have a counter against that, because I've heard that their minion spirit counters like mind control and stuff. I'm a bit iffy on that argument, because I don't really know the specifics of that, but I'm a bit worried about the metal virus.
Damn, Eggman never made himself immune to it. That's a whoopsie.
And when he's not duping you with decoys, he's riding in style with the Eggmobile. It's lightweight for maneuverability, but tough enough to withstand moon-sized explosions and even the center of a black hole.
I mean...
the Sonic Ice Encyclopedia confirms the Hyper-Go-On black hole. The Hyper-Go-On black hole had an event horizon, and the wisp energy comprising it manipulated gravity. So it is a black hole.
Lame looking, but he can plug it into big bad mechs like the Egg Walker or the Death Egg Robot, whose giant laser once obliterated 77,000 cubic meters of rock in an instant. That's like having an atomic bomb in your pocket all the time. Oh, okay, maybe this guy's pretty cool.
Eggman built machines for a long list of
Look into my eye.
Some look like knights, others use extraterrestrial sources like the Wisps, and then there's the orbital bases, like the Death Egg.
The reference is obvious, but Darth Vader's version is like a toy compared to the Death Egg, which can annihilate stars. Woof! A whole constellation gone in one shot.
That's not to say Eggman doesn't enjoy scrapping with blue hedgehogs himself. Enter the Egg
Dragoon!
Yeah.
Oh, I love this thing! Again, like, Sonic Unleashed was my first mainline Sonic game, so the Egg Dragoon is my personal favorite. So, Big Arms, Death Egg, Orbital Stations, Orbital Station, Final Egg Blaster, Death Egg Robot, E-Mech, I don't remember which one is that. Egg Dragoon, Egg Emperor, Eggmobile, Mobular Overcraft with teleportation attachable to mechs like the Egg Walker. There's probably more mechs. He's got more mechs than that.
Drills. It's got ice missiles. It's got a whole lot of bullets. My
there it is. Egg Salamander, the Egg Wizard, made with the power of Jewel Scepter. Oh yeah, that thing. In the Sonic Rush Adventure, that's the name. Egg Salamander, powered by the Soul Emeralds, can create spatial rifts. Egg Viper, Egg Wyvern, Nega Wisp Armor, Time Eater, there it is.
I need it.
And don't forget, Eggman built all of these things himself. Maybe world domination is in his grasp yet.
One problem, Eggman's a turbo loner. No hobbies, no friends, no wife, no nothing.
Come on, he has friends. I mean, he's a feminist.
Yeah!
Oh, okay, maybe not, but infinite. Sure, they might have joined forces over a mutually sought revenge against Shadow, but it counts. Sort of. Who needs friends when you can build friends?
Obviously,
exactly.
Eggman has a tough time collaborating with others, so he just built his own army instead.
The Eggman Empire.
The Badniks are mass-produced foot soldiers, buzz bombers, crab meats, caterkillers, egg robos, and don't forget those cute little moto bugs. The Badniks may seem simple, but they're led by an elite, multi-talented unit, the hard-boiled heavies.
Yeah, there they are.
The egg thing, huh?
The army has a wide variety of troops, even your classic comedy duo with Orbot and Cubot. They're Eggman's assistants and immense disappointments. Every genius has their duds.
Hey, at least they're not Scratch and Grounder. But that's why he's made top-notch bots modeled after the Sonic cast, like everyone's favorite Robo Faker,
Metal Sonic, my boy!
Metal Sonic has the most horsepower in the Eggman Empire. He has the moves and speed of Sonic and then some.
In Sonic CD, Sonic dodges light beams from Hotaris, and the Japanese manual states he must reach light speed to use the game's time travel mechanic. Sorry. Sonic also outpaces Lightspeed, Psy, and Wisps in Sonic Colors DS.
First horsepower in the Eggman Empire. He has the moves and speed of Sonic and then some. He's had his rebellious phases, but Eggman's reprogrammed Metal to better follow his commands. Additionally, when upgraded to his Neo form, Metal Sonic could copy biological data, including...
It's arrogant to think Metal Sonic has been completely reprogrammed. I know he's got some free will down there. He's just waiting his moment.
When upgraded to his Neo form, Metal Sonic could copy biological data, including unique powers like Shadow's time stop technique, Chaos Control.
He could even copy Silver's Psychokinesis, and with enough Chaos Energy, he powers up into Super Neo Metal Sonic.
Though everything would change with the appearance of the Phantom Ruby. One of many trump cards at Eggman's disposal, the Phantom Ruby alters reality by manipulating perception.
Basically super OP illusions, but in Infinite's hands, it's a weapon of mass destruction. I don't know how illusions translate to body replicas, changing gravity, or making a fake sun, but go off, King!
And when used...
The Phantom Ruby can create pocket dimensions, such as null space and the egg field. Eggman invented prototype copies of the Ruby, which require enormous levels of power to operate.
Changing gravity or making a fake sun, but go off, King!
And when used on the planet's consciousness, which is a thing, the Ruby granted Eggman the Lightman form.
There it is!
Apparently Super Eggman is canon.
Yep. There it is. I'm very afraid of that. With a Phantom Ruby prototype and weeks of preparation, Super Eggman could manipulate memories, fight on par with Supersonic, and summon imitations of other monsters in the world, such as Perfect Chaos and Green Hills. The energy that was sent to descend intermittently and be stored in such a portion of the base of the tower. You're shocked as you watched and heard all that. This is a miracle of my ultimate weapon. There really is a modified Phantom Ruby prototype. This is an overworldly space where it can change the world. The world line that failed me a long time ago. I can even override the memories of this planet and all who live on it.
Man, the Lightman form. Yep, apparently Super Eggman is canon, though it is pretty complicated to manifest.
But the Phantom Ruby isn't the only souped-up gem Eggman has. He's used the Jeweled Scepter to make the world-shattering Egg Wizard. Then, on more than one occasion, he's effortlessly gathered the super rare, super powerful Chaos Emeralds. You know, the things that power Super Saiyan Hedgehog.
Eggman built and built and built, and eventually, he built something that started to build on him. Sage was originally designed as a mere assistant, but through an alien encounter, she was granted actual sentience.
Sage is already super powerful, but now she's also super smart. She thought up millions of battle plans all at once to defeat the massive titans.
And you can barely remember where you put your dune bug.
I know exactly where it is. It's at the police impound. Thank you very much.
Sage was Eggman's
well,
saving
good luck
grace.
With that.
He had
police impound. Thank you very much.
Sage was Eggman's saving grace. He had previously found machines with personality lacking, but Sage's great adequacy in serving her function provided Eggman with something that, for the first time, he'd hate to lose. In essence, a sort of daughter.
So, like any good dad, he gave her the keys to his car, his spaceship, and his orbital death ray. Hell, now she controls the entire army.
And this frankly unheard of trust from Eggman became crucial in defeating the End, a primordial entity so mighty even Supersonic struggled against it.
Their battle can only be described as peak fiction. Charged by 7 Chaos Emeralds, Supersonic's no joke.
The power of 1 emerald can shift continents. All 7 together can shift the universe.
And kill some pretty terrifying bosses, like Eggman's Time Eater, which ripped apart space-time like tissue paper.
In short, Chaos Emeralds give thoughts power. With them, Eggman's best machines can run indefinitely while matching the greatest powers ever seen. Like when 3 supers battled Solaris, who tried to destroy time itself. Solaris extended its chaos across multiple timelines in about 20 seconds, or 73 quadrillion times light speed.
It's funny though, while Eggman...
That's, bit slower than Bowser so far.
Seconds, or 73 quadrillion...
Also, how do you measure traveling between timelines? How do you do that? In Sonic Rush, the Chaos Emeralds could have destroyed the universe when reacting to the Soul Emeralds. Also, super forms utilizing chaos scale above the speed of the Paradox Prism and Time Eater, destroying the universe in less than 10 seconds. That seems a little faster.
It's funny though, while Eggman's smarts have sort of defeated Sonic here and there, he's pretty effective when he teams up with the Blue Blur to save the world.
Well, recall how Professor Gerald was a good person before losing the granddaughter he loved. In Eggman's case, now that he has Sage, perhaps a similar story is playing out in reverse.
Nah.
Eggman will always have a harebrained scheme behind his cufflinks.
So watch out, critters and plebeians of the world. He is the Eggman, and he's got the master plan.
Okay. Normally, this is the time where, you know, I go back and I try to make a bit of... I go back and revisit the rundown, and I try to come up with a bit of a prediction, and you know, try to think about ways to who could win, and have an actual bet on who's the character. Except today's gonna be different. Today we lock in Bowser. Own that fraud. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna regret this, but right, Bowser, my boy!
We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle! Oh, I'm so scared. Aww. How many times have they been? It was a catfish!
Make an announcement. This territory is now the base for my upcoming Eggman Land 2. What a joke! I am Dr. Eggman, your new genius overlord. Get a load of this. Fight! Geometric attack! Ah!
Ooh! Yeah! The energy balls from it's the energy balls from Mario Party 5, which is a game that I played when I was a child. It's super cool. Anyway, charge again. Drop kick, ball, meteors. Ooh.
Shut up, nerd.
Stuff him into a locker. Ooh. Ooh! A dummy!
Call these toys an invasion force? I've seen Toads do better. That's a decoy, idiot. His power.
Oh, infinite!
Here, it is the ultimate strength.
Come on, move! Get it! Yes! Orbot and Cubot, let's go! Oh, Metal Sonic! Come back here! Damn it! Oh, the chain! Oh my god! Oh no! Give me that!
It's too late.
Chaos Control! Ooh, that was a prototype. Black ink?
You've lost the battle before it has begun.
Excellent work as always, Beto. Ready to wrap this up, Sage?
As you planned.
You know what they say, the more
The merrier! Show time! Bowser Fury already? Come on, you bitch!
I'll crush you.
Oh! No, Metal Sonic! Ah! Get away! Gimmick! Get the tube! Ow! And the final Come on, Junior! No! Not my boy!
How dare you keep your hands off my boy! Come on! Come on! Get away! Sage! The Death Egg! Max power!
Uh-oh! Oh no, it's not over! No! Come on, Bowser! Uh-oh! Come on, Bowser, you can do it! Please! Please! Ah! No! 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 He's skeleton! Yes!
Curses! Sage! Fire is again!
Yeah! Come here! Oh, he hasn't done no! No!
So long, Doctor!
No, he hasn't pulled off Lightman yet! Please? Yes!
This war was not an easy one to win.
Oh!
It might seem surprising given how the Sonic series is not afraid to show how tough its cast is, while Mario's comes across as more cartoony.
Yeah, but that's where Toon Force comes in!
Mario's comes across as more cartoony.
But as it turns out, Bowser had everything he needed to take Chrome Dome down.
Let's go!
This one's a lot, so we'll break it down into 5 categories.
First up is physical stats. Bowser pretty handedly outmatched any of Eggman's usual mechs, like the Egg Dragoon or the Death Egg Robot.
Yeah, that makes sense. Bowser's space-traversing vehicles matched the speed of Eggman's vehicles. Both had arguments for incalculable speeds, given equal levity. Both potentially scale above dimension manipulation feats from Antasma, Culex, Eraser Jin, and Void.
Robot.
The Death Egg Robot could level cities. Bowser could punch a castle out of orbit.
The Death Egg could destroy stars, but Yoshi could match that level of power, and Bowser's strength is certainly above the green dinosaurs. Plus, while both Bowser and Eggman's tech survived black holes, Bowser's was much larger.
So,
yes!
they may win stats, but this could change with their powers. With so many items and minions, that could make all that a moot point.
Aside from power-up items, both could manipulate minds, create duplicates, and alter space-time. However,
Bowser's army resisted Fawful's mind control spray, and thus could resist Eggman's similar tech.
Items both could manipulate minds, create duplicates, and
Like the
alter
Bell
space-time.
virus.
However, Bowser had a significant edge in having access to the majority of his abilities at all times.
Yeah, Eggman can do some crazy stuff, but only across different mechs, fortresses, or space bases. Bowser's all natural. He's got all his best powers built in, and he ain't even a robot.
Meaning he wins the war of attrition. He even had counters for battle enders like the metal virus and spatial displacement trap. Context matters for those weapons, and both backfired in the past. But more importantly, Bowser could simply reverse the effects with his transmutation magic. Conversely, most of Eggman's robots could get turned into, say, a frog or a block with no reliable way back. Bowser takes the edge in powers.
Let's
But
go!
definitely not for intelligence.
Yeah, no, you can
Come
have
on,
this one.
You have a 4-digit IQ, Bowser? Really? That's cute. I mean, don't get me wrong. Bowser's not an idiot. Usually. Just really, really clumsy.
Yeah.
Poor fella.
Meanwhile, Eggman's an engineering genius who rarely ever gets bested by brains.
Easy dub. Now, let's talk trump cards.
As in, items so powerful they could decide the entire outcome on their own.
The Phantom Ruby was super dangerous, but specifically targets perception.
Yeah, that's weird. Like, it's sometimes it's reality, sometimes it's individual perceptions. It's fucked up. Achieving Super Eggman and the Egg Field required weeks of energy gathering and a modified Phantom Ruby prototype. Bowser, using the Wonder Flower, could warp reality at a universal range in a shorter time. Bowser can also warp stars without power-ups. Also, Super Eggman was countered by positive chaos energy, which shares similarities with pure hearts.
Unlike Bowser's Wonder Flower, which mucks up reality for real, the Ruby affected a whole planet, but the Wonder
Wait, they animated They animated alternative scenarios?
Which mucks up reality for real. The ruby affected a whole planet, but the Wonder Flower had the power to alter the universe. Also, the Dreamstone's ability to wish anything out of existence would have no problem cleaning up Super Neo Metal Sonic or Time Meter.
Wait. What are those? What are those custom animation too?
Wish anything
Wait.
would have no problem cleaning up Super Neo Metal Sonic or Time Eater.
Their most prized possessions was a tougher call. Together, the Chaos Emeralds can break the universe, but so can the Grand Stars. Arguably not as much given the Emerald scaling to Solaris, though Power Stars and Grand Stars are far more plentiful. Clearly, this is getting fairly...
Again, Dream Eggman, Nightmare Eggman!
abstract, and both had multiple options that could win the day instantly, so the safest bet is to call this category a tie.
Nice. The Pure Hearts counter the Time Eater and Paradox Prism as they can restore space-time and nullify destructive forces like the Chaos Heart. These could scale to their multiverses, which are theoretically infinite in scope, sharing similar cosmological interpretations based on statements. I'm sorry, I'm almost crying, my guys.
Which means it's finally time to compare their armies.
Yeah!
It seems deadlier at first glance. I mean, look at all those buzzsaws and rockets.
Yeah.
Sonic speed and power alone could solo most of the Koopa troop. But the Eggman Empire lacked something Bowser had in spades: teamwork and loyalty.
Yes!
Eggman is a notoriously terrible team player. His alliances are practically guaranteed to fall apart.
Hell, in Sonic Generations, he could barely manage working with himself.
Eggman's army is designed to be controlled by just him. To Eggman, it's
And
harder to
Sage.
command those with free
Eggman has been betrayed by Shadow, Chaos, Metal Sonic, Mecha Knuckles, Gamma, Omega, Gemeral, the Deadly Six, the Hard-Boiled Heavies, Starline, Trip, Eggman Nega, Mother Wisp, Infinites, and more. Yikes.
will, hence his rivalry with the free-natured Sonic.
Meanwhile, the Koopa Troop follows Bowser because they actually like him. They train really hard to cover each other's weak points,
Giving them plenty of advantages as this war progressed, like battlefield control through King Boo's magic and Bowser Jr.'s paint. And since the Koopa Troop doesn't rely that much on technology, Sage's hacking potential had little use.
Also, secret weapon? Kamek is kinda busted, canceling Metal Sonic's power.
I haven't seen that. Bowser Jr., Kamek, and King Boo could cross between dimensions, countering Sage and Infinite, banishing them to cyberspace or null space. King Boo possessed EGAD's technology, a form of paranormal invasion Sage has never encountered. Yeah, Sage doesn't have a lot of appearances, so maybe she'll encounter similar technologies, like similar powers in the future, and with future games and whatnot. Maybe an appearance in the IDW comics? Maybe? Why not? Please, Ian Flynn.
Use.
Also, secret weapon? Kamek is kinda busted,
Really?
canceling Metal Sonic's power copying, stealing the Phantom Ruby, and
Unlike Eggman's finite and randomizing force jewels, Kamek's magic has few limits in uses and affects multiple targets at once. Kamek can also disable an opponent's ability to use any items or transmute entire arsenals. All Magic Koopas can cast debuffing and status-affecting magics.
Kamek is kinda busted, canceling Metal Sonic's power copying, stealing the Phantom Ruby, and potentially swapping the Chaos Emeralds were huge game changers.
Add on that Bowser and his army can use any Mario power-up item, and they had billions of combinations that the Eggman Empire just could not actively plan against.
Sage's knowledge of the Titans relied on her data augmented by the Ancients. As of Mario and Luigi Brothership, okay, they took they took information from that game that just came out, like, not even a week ago. That's cool. Bowser's army numbers well over 98 million. Without data on the Koopa Troop, it's unlikely Sage could compute a surefire strategy against such an innumerable amount of power-ups permutations.
Even with Sage's millions of plans to take on the Titans, she thought them to be unbeatable, which Sonic proved was incorrect.
Just comparing their conquests makes it clear. The Eggman Empire took over the whole planet.
Let me just... Bowser, a truly loyal army, more useful in inherent abilities, stronger base form. Eggman was far more intelligent. There's like no problem on that. equal cosmic and reality warping powers, equivalent strength via forms. Kamek's mind control magic was ineffective. While Eggman had less sufficient leadership, Sage's technopathy was ineffective. Army is mostly vulnerable to transmutation magic.
She thought them to be unbeatable, which Sonic proved was incorrect.
Just comparing their conquests makes it clear. The Eggman Empire took over the whole planet, but Bowser's troop conquered most of the universe.
Eggman was no
Multiple
pushover.
times.
His wit, power output, and ridiculous machines gave Bowser the biggest fight of his life. But the Koopa King's ludicrous strength, abilities, and united forces ultimately prevailed.
Eggman tried to poach the king, and now he's cracked and scrambled.
The winner is Bowser.
Yes! Yes! He's been redeemed! He's been redeemed! Okay. What I dreaded, what I feared has come true. This has dethroned Bill Cipher versus Discord as the best death battle in history for me. This is the best death battle objectively. So much was going on. So many cool references. The scale of the fight, the escalation of the fight felt natural, and yet it went so epic. It's undescribable. Like, everyone had their parts. Like, Battle Sonic and Kamek had such cool scenes between the two. Eggman's mechs were so fucking cool. Oh. Eggman's mechs were so fucking cool. There are, like, alternate endings in the results. What the hell was that? The editing is insane on this episode. My only complaint would be the same I've been having since the beginning of this new era of Death Battle, is that the intro was a bit too quick. And maybe the fact that they're like, I didn't feel it as much on this episode because they added a little extra in the intro saying that, oh, they're not alone, So, you know, I think it made the intro a bit more digestible, but I would have liked to see those intro card a little longer with a description, Bowser, King of the Koopa, whatever. But again, this is like this is less about this episode specifically, and this is less about this Death Battle specifically, and more about the current format of Death Battle. But everything this episode brought up is magnificent. I'm not necessarily agreeing with how far they scaled to some few things, like scaling to the fight of Solaris. Scaling to Solaris, I think, is the wrong way to take this. It's the wrong way to take this take this scaling, because Solaris had. I mean, Solaris's fight had a context that made him vulnerable in a way that it's not like you can scale it fully to Solaris, but they had plenty of other arguments for it. I'm not gonna argue too much with it. And Bowser won anyway, so I'm so fucking happy. Oh my god. The ending with Dry Bowser. This kept me on my toes so much. I was like, shit, Bowser hasn't pulled this yet. Eggman hasn't pulled this yet. And then, oh, they haven't pulled this and this. So much was happening. Oh god. I need to watch this battle again. I need to listen to this track again. I think it's Brendan Yates. Is it Brendan Yates or Werewolf Media? I mean, it's not that I don't care. Like, I want to give the artists proper credit, but it's I think it's Brendan Yates and the guy that did Hedge of Tomorrow and sang the Virgil's theme, Bury the Lights and whatever. I don't remember The artist's name, I'm sorry, this is always my big weakness. It's always behind the scenes. I don't remember the names of the actors. Yep, favorite death battle. And I don't want to go like recency bias. Oh, I'm crying right now. I don't want to play recency bias. I want to temper my excitement, but I'm gonna give this a few rewatch to solidify my opinions about it. But so far, this is the death battle, the death battle of all time. You know what? I was about to say the best death battle, but the death battle. That's the only one you need. That's the only one you need. This is beautiful. And it's my favorite character, again. Favorite character of all time. Bowser, my idol. Winning a death battle means so much. I know death battle doesn't, shouldn't care about just me, but, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It makes me so happy, and it's I was genuinely afraid that Eggman would win, and it would have been fair. I feel like Eggman has a lot of strong arguments, but Bowser stomping like this and just the ending with the fireworks and Bowser and the Soul Troop just celebrating. Yes, I'm in this crowd. I don't care. My dad won. My dad beats up your dad. I don't care. I don't care. Anyway, I'm getting a bit emotional. I'm sorry. Let's just move on to the next time on Death Battle, the Season 11 finale. At least the last episode that was intended for Season 11 before the whole Rooster Teeth debacle. Let's see what it is, but I'm gonna be fair, you're not peaking this one, Chief. You're hardly peaking this one, unless it's King Ghidorah versus Deathwing, or unless it's something that I'm let's go. Unless it's Frawl versus Gascool, Eon versus Lizard Man, or Robot Boy versus Jenny Wakeman, you're not peaking this one, Chief. I know I've heard from the Death Battle cast that this is a community. This is a matchup the community that Death Battle themselves, the team, weren't sure about doing, but the community, the fan base, has convinced them during the Tournament of Champions, so I'm kind of curious what this means. I'm curious about what this means, and I'm kind of scared, so let's go. 3, 2, 1...
Oh, he's cracked and scrambled.
The winner is Bowser.
Next time on Death Battle! Among Us! Sus! Among Us!
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Sus! There's an imposter among us? That's fucking hilarious. Of course it would be this one! Of all matchups! Of all matchups! Of course it would be this one. Among Us versus Fall Guys. You know what? After so much emotion, we need to be dumb. You know what? I welcome it with open arms. I think it's kind of a stupid matchup, but that's the charm of it. I mean, it makes sense. Someone made an entire fan trailer, a fan sneak peek about Fall Guys versus Among Us versus Fall Guys, and they were really into it. So yeah, that makes sense. That it's Among Us versus Fall Guys. It's timeless. It's stupid. It's funny. I'm there for it. Let's go. I liked how I build it up. This reveal, not gonna lie. How I build it up, my expectation just for this. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this reaction. Again, go watch the original release if you haven't. I'll see you in 3 weeks for Fall Guys versus Among Us, but you can subscribe and maybe you'll catch me drawing this magnificent matchup live, because I regularly throw streams where I just draw I draw fan arts that I use for the thumbnails of these videos, so you can subscribe to see when this stream is gonna happen. You can follow me, well, you can subscribe, leave a like, tell me what you thought of this death battle, please, I really want your thoughts on this. You can follow me on my Blue Sky. No, not Twitter. I'm stopping Twitter. I'm still on Twitter, but like, I'm not gonna post anything there. I'm not gonna post any art there. And with that said, thank you so much for watching again. It's so appreciated. And with that, I leave you on. I'll see you for Among Us.